Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
We've all been waiting patiently and not so patiently for the third season of Sullivan's Crossing, which is finally premiering right here on CW Austin on Wednesday, May 14th at 7 p.m. Star of the show, Morgan Cohan, who plays Maggie Sullivan, is joining us, along with the show's creator and executive producer. She's got a brilliant mind, Roma Roth. Good morning to both of you, and thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Lovely to have you here. Yes, Roma, we're going to start with you, actually, with the start of season 3. What are you most excited for fans to see this season?
Well, I think we have a saucy season lined up for the fans. We finally get to see Maggie and Cal, their relationship develop. We've been waiting for 2 seasons for that. So
I've been waiting for it. Chad Michael Murray, everyone. If there was no other, if you needed nothing else, Chad Michael Murray. Go ahead and tune in to Sullivan's Crossing. It's amazing. All right. Let's talk to you, Morgan, about Maggie. 2 M's together. It's easy to confuse you two. And do you have any character crossover, actually, maybe I should ask? Do you feel like Maggie is like you in real life at all?
I think I am definitely a bit of a perfectionist as well, and I can get in my own way occasionally. But I'd like to think that I take life a little bit lighter than Maggie.
All right, now that Maggie has made the decision to leave Boston, this was season 2, leave Boston, leave her career behind, what do you hope to see most for her this season, Morgan?
I'd like to see her really settle into her life and these changes, but also not try and fit into a version of what that looks like in her mind, but more what that is for her in her heart and her body.
Action items to take.
All right, following the fire at the diner at the end of season 2, big cliffhanger type item, do you feel like Maggie's relationship with Sully will shift or will change? What are you thinking will happen there?
5%.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes when such a huge event happens or something so traumatic happens, it can make you really kind of reassess and reevaluate your life and what really matters the most to you. So, I do hope that they get to settle into that relationship and
say aye. Aye. Okay.
Kind of grow together
Motion
from here.
passes.
And Morgan, I know you're a fantastic actress, but I do want to know, Chad Michael Murray has been on the screen since he was a teen, right? So how does it feel working with him?
Wonderful. I mean, Chad is as lovely and kind and caring as you would hope that he is. He truly is a wonderful, wonderful person. So I am so very grateful that he is, the scene partner that I get to work with so often.
Lovely.
And
if
you're
it were
such a
me, I'd
talented
accidentally
actress,
fall in
too.
love with him.
Thank you.
Sorry, what did you say, Roma?
Well, I said that Morgan is such a talented actress. She really brings it on the screen, and I think she really makes a great scene partner for Chad.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. I love to hear the compliments between you two. Have to hear what it's like, filming in beautiful Nova Scotia. I have to hold my hand up here. I've always wanted to go. Maybe, Roma, we start with you.
Oh, I mean, it's fabulous. The people are wonderful. The crews are wonderful. The weather, not so wonderful sometimes. It's kind of like the show, a little tumultuous.
Yeah.
But it's really the crown jewel of Canada, and there's such beautiful seascape and landscape. It's a blessing to go to work every day.
Okay, now you're really talking me into it. Morgan, do you want to add anything to that?
No, I mean, I think, the people also are such a huge part of that too. It really has such an energy and a vibe and of a caring, beautiful, laid back place. And it really translates into our show, I think, as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the perfect place for Sullivan's Crossing.
Yeah.
And yet saucy. Okay, so many things happening. We're going to have to tune in. Last question for you here, Morgan. Anything else you want fans to know?
I think this season, if you are particularly a Robin Carr fan and knows the show from the books originally, I think this is the season for you.
Okay, I like how you said. I mean, a lot of little secrets, kind of right on the cusp of coming out. But yes, of course, it's based on books originally. And I just have to ask Roma how fun it's been to transition written word, written work into Sullivan's Crossing for television?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because you want to be able to bring creativity and drama, but you want to not alienate your readership. So it's kind of that fine line between creating and adding new scenes, new characters, but still, jumping off from the books that Robin has done such an incredible job with.
Paying homage. I appreciate it, and I appreciate the two of you talking with us this morning. Thank you so much. I think the appropriate thing to always say to people in the show business is break a leg. Can't wait to see it.
Thank you so much.
You don't want to miss the Sullivan's Crossing Season 3 premiere, y'all, on Wednesday, May 14th at 7 p.m. on CW Austin. Stay with us. We'll be right back. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Chicken Salad Chick. If you know, you know. Chicken Salad Chick has finally arrived in Central Texas, starting with its first location right here in Pflugerville. Taylor Henkin is here to tell us more. And Taylor, let's get you introduced to the audience. Talk to us a little bit about Chicken Salad Chick and what it is y'all offer.
Well, we're very excited to bring Chicken Salad Chick to Austin. Chicken Salad Chick is the only national brand that's dedicated to just chicken salad. What makes us unique is that it's a Southern style, full flavored chicken salad. And it's all made right here from scratch every day.
Fantastic. So I know it's super fresh. So you chose Pflugerville. We were talking off camera about just what a wonderful and welcoming community this is.
Yeah, we just love the community that Pflugerville offers. We feel like we want to really get into the market and grow it before we step into Austin. Chicken Salad Chick fits in very well. Mm-hmm. It's a great, healthy option for working professionals and busy parents and families, and it's a good alternative to fast food.
We have an array of really beautiful things in front of us here. Why don't we start with what we're looking at here?
Sure. This is the chick. Every chick comes with a pickle, a cookie, and this is on a croissant. It's a toasted croissant, so it's a nice twist to it. And we have the classic Carol. This is our classic flavor chicken salad. We have sides, soup, sandwiches, and what we're presenting here is Lauren's lemon basil, and then we've got the sassy Scotty. Okay. So this is for the ranch bacon and cheddar. And then we have our Fancy Nancy, so sweet apples, pecans, and seedless grapes.
Fruit salads, broccoli slaw along the way, and this tells me that you might also do catering.
Absolutely, yes. So if you have a family gathering or a corporate event, we're there for catering. And chicken salad is a great alternative to, it's very versatile. We offer it in a croissant tray like this, a pimento cheese ball, and then all of our sides come with it. We offer box lunches.
So if somebody hasn't come by and seen y'all before, or maybe this is the first time they're hearing about Chicken Salad Chick, what would you say to them about just coming in and giving you guys a chance?
Our mission is to spread joy, enrich lives, and serve others. And if you want that Southern hospitality feel with the Southern flavor, come check out what all the buzz is about.
Sounds good to me, Taylor. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
See all delicious offerings available by following along on social media or by going to chickensaladchick.com. Or you can just stop by in person at the new location in Pflugerville. The preceding portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Chicken Salad Chick. Welcome back, everybody. Get your poker face on and get ready for Aces for Adventure, a night of fun that also benefits a really terrific cause. Wendy Papazan of Papazan Properties Group. I hope I'm saying that right, Wendy.
You're good. You're
okay,
good.
Thank you. God bless you. And Lauren Zerbrug of Explore Austin are here to tell us more, and we're happy to have them. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Lovely to speak with you guys, especially because this is a really cool nonprofit that I hadn't even heard of before this morning. So we really want to educate our audience. But Wendy, first of all, this is your 10th annual casino night. You guys know how to throw a party.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about how the event looks and what people will experience at
Yeah, sure.
it.
So it's our 10th annual, and every year we choose a nonprofit to support. This year it's the Amazing Explore Austin, and it's a casino night with a professional poker tournament And we've also got roulette, craps, blackjack. People come in at 6 o'clock. They have appetizers, drinks, a full dinner, and then we get down to playing. Tickets are $199, so your ticket price includes all of that, and it's just a ton of fun. Like the poker tournament gets real serious at the end, and we're all standing around the final table watching everyone and kind of like screaming and getting excited. So it's a really good time.
Yeah, sounds like it. And I just want to say, like, for a night out in Austin, $199, that gets you dinner, that gets you drinks, and that gets you chips.
Yes, and cocktails.
To play.
That's
and
like a regular night at any restaurant.
Unfortunately, at these prices, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
But I think it sounds like it's a great price for what's going on for casino night. And of course, it benefits a great cause. So Lauren, that brings us to you. Explore Austin. Tell us a bit about it and how y'all help young folks.
Yeah, so we're a local nonprofit. We've been around for 19, almost 20 years.
Wow.
And we serve more than 300 youth annually through our leadership, outdoor adventure, and mentorship program. And what makes us really unique is that we're a 6-year program. So kiddos and their families who are living at or below the poverty line apply for our program. They're admitted, they're put on a team with other kids and 5 adult volunteer mentors. And they stay with that team for 6 years, year round, until they graduate from high school.
As you're talking, Wendy is like, it's so amazing in the background because it's huge. I mean, even in mentorship capacity, sometimes it's only for a semester, for a summer, for a year, maybe. To have the same group be with you for 6 years, not only does that give you an opportunity to grow, but people to trust, people to be yourself with.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and even beyond the 6 years, most of our youth and mentors stay in contact. They're in each other's weddings. They're attending college graduation. It's just a one-of-a-kind relationship that forms. And it's only through generosity of our community and events like this that we're able to provide this program 100% free for all of our kids.
And there's a real outdoor exploration element to it. Can you talk to me about that?
Yes, so each of the 6 years, they're focused on a different outdoor discipline. So they start off with basic camping skills and hiking, and then kind of graduate into rock climbing, mountain biking, canoeing. And so during the school year, they're doing these activities all over Central Texas, and then it all builds up to a week-long summer wilderness trip to backcountry destinations all over the U.S. For most of our kids, this is their first time away from home, certainly first time on a plane, first time to a national park. So just really just giving them that opportunity to get outside of their comfort zone, try something new, but with that safe and supportive environment of their mentors right alongside them.
Absolutely. And I think something very symbolic, but also very literal, is that each year you go a little farther from Austin to the point where at the end of the 6 years, they're going to a really cool place far away from here on a plane.
Yes, absolutely. And a lot of our kids, when they start the program, they have never ridden a bike before, don't know how to ride a bike or don't know how to swim. By the end of those 6 years, not only can they ride a bike, but they're expert mountain bikers who can teach other people in their lives how to enjoy nature through mountain biking. They not only know how to swim, but they've paddled 50 miles down the Buffalo River in Northwest Arkansas.
Whoa.
So it's really transformational.
Oh,
That's incredible.
You just hit home for me. I love the Buffalo River. Yeah, that's not too far from where I was
What I love
raised.
for these kids is that, you know, doing hard things allows you to do more hard things.
Yeah.
And that's really the spirit of it is it helps them get to this point in their life when they can then go to college, they can get their first job. It's such a remarkable organization.
I agree with you, and the confidence that you would give these kids,
Yes.
by building up those skills.
Yeah.
Lauren, I want to ask specifically about how this event supports y'all, because we're getting ready for that summertime excursion, and this is going to help.
Yes, absolutely. So we're totally supported through the generosity of our community. We don't receive any federal or city funding, so it's all from organizations like Papasan Properties and other supporters who help us do what we do. And all throughout June and July, we're launching 19 teams of kids and mentors.
Wow.
Which is like 400 people if we include all of our staff, all the mentors, all the kids, to destinations all over the United States. So it's an expensive endeavor, but it's a really important one and critical to our program. So this event is really going to help to underwrite those 2 months of nonstop travel from Austin to all these incredible backcountry destinations.
There's a lot of coordinating going on.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Wendy, you're on the board, which is why you said, you know what, this is a charity that's worth working for, kind of thing. Why were you so drawn, if I can ask, to Explore Austin?
First of all, it's an organization that's growing. There's a lot of exciting things happening with Explore Austin right now. And you know, my values are leadership, connection, and making a difference. And so when the executive director approached me, I was like, this is a perfect match, and I just love what you guys do. So,
it's fun, and it's an exciting time, as you said. So tickets are still available for the casino night.
Yeah, so tickets are $199. You can go to acesforadventure.com and buy tickets. Like I said, they include a delicious dinner. It's at the beautiful Austin Club. I don't know if you've ever been to the Austin Club, Rosie, but really fun, kind of fancy downtown location, and parking's right next door, so it's super easy. It's a school night, May 21st. So, you know, we'll be done early enough to still get to work and school the next day.
But take your friends.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah, buy a table. You can buy a table, bring your coworkers. I've got a lot of people who are getting together, 10 people, and just coming out for the fun.
Sounds good to me. Okay, and Lauren, real quickly before we let y'all go, how can we support you if we can't make it out to the really fun event?
Yeah, we would love for everyone to check out exploreaustin.org, and there you can find ways to volunteer over the summer, help us launch all these kiddos to these great experiences all over the U.S. You can also become a donor, get on one of our committees. There's so many ways to get involved. So
I don't know that I know how to like mountain bike or paddle board, but maybe I can learn and then become a mentor, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And in August, our mentorship opportunity opens up. So we would love for folks to apply to become mentors.
Sounds good to me. Thanks, y'all, so much for everything you do. We appreciate it. It's going to be fun, y'all. To learn more about the Aces for Adventure event and to learn more about this awesome nonprofit, head to acesforadventure.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Kalahari Resorts and Conventions. Hey, are you ready for a culinary journey with unforgettable entertainment? Get ready for the 4th annual Food and Not Just Wine Festival. That's happening at Kalahari Resorts and Conventions. We're speaking with Assistant General Manager Brandon Wise to learn a little bit more about the event. And Brandon, my very first question is, what's the inspiration behind the festival?
Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you here. The inspiration behind the festival is that Kalahari, believe it or not, it all started as a pizza restaurant. So the true foundings of this company, the family's love is in food and beverage. And as we've grown as a company, they want to show that off. We have 4 properties, building number 5 now, and culinary is still the root of all of it. And we want to show off what we do and where our passion is. So it's a tropical theme, and that's why we've got this food in front of us that we'll get to.
Talk to me a little bit more about what we have here today. You did mention the tropical theme. You and I both talked about how this is a pizza we'd like to take home. Could be divisive, but a Hawaiian pizza with a little bit of pizzazz.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be a tropical event without a Hawaiian pizza, so we have to have that, but it's Texas, so we made it spicy. Over here we have chicken Parmesan sliders because we are in our Italian restaurant right now. And then over here we have sliders in heaven with Heinz 57. We've got 23 different restaurants and bars on property, and all of them will have at least 2 food options and 2 drinks on show. So from Double Cut, our steakhouse, Cinco Niños, the Tex-Mex, Sortino's Italian that we're in, all of them will be showing off. We'll have music in every corner, but we'll have interactive entertainment out there as well, from fire dancers, hula dancers. We're going to have some animals like parrots and alligators roaming around.
If someone wants to come out, there are a couple different levels of tickets, and I'd like you to talk to us about that.
Yeah, of course. There's general admission. The event is from noon, 12 o'clock, until 4 o'clock on May 4th, so it's 4 hours for general admission, and that gets admission to the whole place. VIP tickets for just a few dollars more. The event starts an hour early, so you have that first hour all to yourselves. Plus, from 10 to 11, there's a VIP brunch reception where we get to meet and greet the chefs. Cool. On top of that, if you were to book a hotel room and then get your tickets through there, it's $50 off each ticket type.
It's not just for the out-of-towners or out-of-staters. You want locals to come on by and experience, any night of the week, some of the wonderful food you have to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. Kalahari has something for everyone. From 2 to 80, there's something for everyone, from dining to entertainment, live music, of course the water park, and we have slides and attractions there. Tomfooleries has things for the parents, for the grandparents, and for the kids all to enjoy. You can't forget the spa because there's so much happening. We need that moment of reprieve, and that's the place to do it, whether it's in the steam room or the sauna or getting a full treatment.
So it's a slightly different time period than last year, right?
It's a little different this year. Yeah, we've moved it earlier in the year. We think the weather is going to be a bit better, and it's going to be a lot more fun for everyone.
Can't wait. All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
To buy tickets and to see a full list of Kalahari's signature restaurants, check out kalahariresorts.com/Texas. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Kalahari Resorts and Conventions. Welcome back, moms, dads, and caretakers. Good news. Local nonprofit Bookspring is hosting its annual one-day festival that is totally free and family-friendly. Here to tell us more about what to expect this weekend is Bookspring board member Stephanie Williams. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning, Rosie. Thanks for having me.
We love talking about Bookspring. I was just telling you off camera, I talk about y'all and the statistics that come out of how important it is to have your own books all the time. But if you wouldn't mind reminding our audience, what is Bookspring and who is it that y'all help?
Sure. Bookspring is a local nonprofit, but we actually serve children and families all across Texas. So we do that by partnering with educators, clinics, and other nonprofits through a variety of programs and initiatives. So there's a lot going on, but I like to say most simply that we build the home libraries of the kiddos who need it most. And this helps with their educational outcomes. And then we wrap around those families with support and services to help them get the most out of reading aloud in the home.
Yeah.
And so some of the programs and initiatives I'm most excited about, we have a free mobile book app, and that's got over 400 titles in English and Spanish.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and that's available to anyone for free with a smartphone.
Lovely.
And then also our relatively new brick and mortar headquarters, we just dedicated it to the Patterson family. So it's the Patterson Family Book Bank. And I know a lot of people understand that like a food bank fights hunger. Well, with Bookspring's Book Bank, we like to think that we're ensuring good, high-quality books for kids across Texas.
Oh man, that's really cool. I remember hearing about the beginnings of the app. So to hear that there are more than 400 titles there now to explore, I mean, get the iPad out tonight. Go over things with the kids. I want to talk about how big the need is because when we talk about hunger, when we talk about some other things, like I don't think people realize that there are neighbors in their own neighborhood who may not have enough money to have books at home for their children, or the impact that it can have on a child's trajectory in life to be able to have a book that they call their own and are able to read from. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Absolutely. The sad statistics are that there are over 400,000 kids under the age of 5 living in poverty in Texas.
Wow.
And 63% of those kids are just not accessing the current educational system during the really pivotal time to learn literacy skills. So as you can imagine, they're falling behind in key foundational aspects of reading and writing pretty quickly. Yeah. And then another statistic that I hate is that Texas ranks dead last out of all 50 states in reading aloud in the home.
Oh, icky.
Yeah, it's not good. But Bookspring comes in there, and the parents of Bookspring kiddos, they are 3 times more likely to read aloud in the home together.
Wow.
And then just through one of our programs, Books Beginning at Birth, we've actually distributed over 300,000 books to 100,000 kiddos in Texas in just a few short years.
That's wonderful.
Now the challenge there is that we still have 5,000 on our wait list, but a donation of just $150 takes one of those families off the wait list and starts getting a high quality library in their own home. And so people can go to bookspring.org if they want to help with that, or they can make a donation in person at Bookspring Fest this weekend.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you brought up Bookspring Fest this weekend because, of course, that's why you're here. It's been going on for a couple of years, keeps getting bigger each year. Tell us what the deal is, what to expect.
Yeah, this is our 3rd year. I love to talk about Bookspring Fest. So it's going to be this Saturday, May 3rd, and it's at our headquarters, which is in South Austin at Manchac and Slaughter. It's going to be going on from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's just a read aloud celebration, and everyone from the community is invited. It's totally free. And one of my favorite parts about it is our celebrity readers. So I know you've been one of our celebrity readers.
I have for the past 2 years. Just happened to be out of town this weekend, y'all. I'm kicking myself.
We're gonna miss you, but we have some other great readers. We have character actors, which the children love. So we have Princess Belle and Spider-Man. We've got stormtroopers. And then we've got UT athletes and actors like Nick Stahl from Terminator 3.
Wow.
Yeah. We've got comedians, some really engaging community partners of ours. So there's something for everyone in the entire family.
Being a reader there before, I will say I've met folks from all different walks of life. And it's really fun to see like, oh, how'd you get in touch with Bookspring? Like what brought you here today? But everybody's here to support the same cause, which is that we want early literacy happening in homes, across Texas. And we want these kiddos to be happy. And so not only are you doing books, it's kind of a carnival of sorts. You've got a lot of fun things out there.
Yeah, we have a ton. This being our 3rd year, I think it's better than ever this year. So we have face painting, we have balloon animals, we've got carnival games, we have a petting zoo with a llama this year.
Oh!
And then there's free food and drinks, including for the adults as well as the children. We have Saul Paul performing, and new this year for our youngest readers, we have a soft play gym. It's going to be full of board books. And for the older readers, we have a henna tattoo artist coming.
It's not permanent, Mom and Dad.
It lasts a little while though. So we just really have something for every member of the family. And also new this year, we're going to have a book-themed costume contest.
Oh.
So you can learn
This
more.
could get really interesting.
Or very cute.
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. But I'm thinking you could dress up as the book. You could dress up as your favorite character in the book, the villain. You know what I mean? Or imagine something brand new. So I'm sure you're encouraging everybody, get creative.
Yes, and you can find the criteria at bookspringfest.org if you're interested in our costume contest. And then we're also going to have a really cool raffle with 9 chances to win some really neat prizes from our sponsors. And finally, of course, free books. We're going to give out hundreds of free books at Book Spring Fest.
So there's a book table there, y'all, and people can just walk up and peruse. If a book is calling your name, take it home with you, right?
Absolutely.
I think that's so cool, and especially for not just young readers. Those books get snapped up, but especially those middle grade readers, you guys still have a lot of options for them too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's great. Okay, I do want to ask, every year we say rain or shine, correct?
Rain or shine,
okay.
so maybe bring an umbrella just in case.
Maybe bring an umbrella, because I do feel like it almost always happens with a little chance of rain. Claudia with a chance of meatballs, maybe a book that you'll run into there, I don't know. But tickets, when you say tickets, you don't really mean purchasing, you just mean let us know you're coming.
Yeah,
right?
reserve tickets. So absolutely everything at the event is free. You don't even need to bring your wallet. But it is very helpful for us if you go onto bookspringfest.org and reserve those tickets. We make sure we don't have too many people coming. And then we also just want you to bring your family. We want you to bring a sense of fun, your love of books, maybe a little sunscreen or a hat, because it is an outdoor event.
Sure. Okay, that sounds good to me. I think it's going to be a ton of fun kicking myself actively. Then I'm out of town, but next year, Stephanie, count me in. Thank you so much for your time. All right, guys, Book Spring Fest, a read aloud celebration, is happening, as we said, rain or shine this weekend, Saturday, May 3rd, from noon to 6 p.m. It's a ton of fun. And of course, it's family friendly and free. You can reserve your tickets right now at bookspringfest.org. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin. Hey y'all, are you looking to get your family involved in more volunteering time together as time frees up for the summer? Kristen Finan, co-founder and executive director of the nonprofit Carrying Hope, is joining us with some ideas on how you and the kiddos, regardless of their age, can help support their mission. Kristen, good morning.
Good morning.
I love talking about your nonprofit because it came from you and your friends' brains, and it really is truly local, truly helping local kids.
Yes.
So if you wouldn't mind, talk to us about your gala. That was the last time we saw you, and we were talking about your mission. So we could touch a little bit maybe on Carrying Hope's mission and how the gala ended up going.
Yeah, sounds amazing. We started in 2016. Carrying Hope is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we have a mission of supporting foster youth across the spectrum of wherever they might be. So we started with Hope Packs that give them everything they need for the first night in a new home, and we go all the way out to kiddos that are aging out now and offer shelter and support services. And so we were very fortunate to have our gala in February. We had the world's best MC there. Thank you again for everything.
It was me, y'all. It was me.
And it was a record-breaking night, and it's going to allow us to do even more across the state of Texas. So we're just really grateful and just excited to get to work.
It's such an important cause, and I think some statistics really help support that, which we'll talk about. But today we're discussing ways to help. So the first thing we want to discuss is where you started, the Hope Pack. And you brought a couple of examples, and they're so stinking cute.
Yes, so this is exactly how we started, and really it came from personal experience being a foster mom and having a kiddo arrive at my doorstep with absolutely nothing.
And you said you didn't believe when they said, oh, they might show up with just a trash bag of the stuff on their back, basically, until it happened to you.
It actually happened. I mean, my daughter was removed from an emergency situation. There's no time to pack up. They've just got to go. And they're just coming, you know, either to a CPS office or to your doorstep. And so we came up with this idea for Hope Packs, and each Hope Pack contains everything that a kiddo would need for 24 to 48 hours in a new home. So it's distributed to CPS and foster agencies, so that way if you're placing an 8-year-old girl, you can grab an 8-year-old pack, and it's right there with her the minute she walks through the door.
Because I can see 4-year-old boy right here on the tag, which is really wonderful that you've thought about not only what they'd like at that age, but what's going to fit them, what's appropriate for them.
Exactly, and everything is brand new. It's all on brand. It's all trendy. It's all tags on. A lot of times kiddos will ask to keep the tags or keep hangers because it's the first time they've ever had anything brand new in their life.
Break my heart today.
Yeah, and so we try to just think, what are they going to need? They're going to need jammies. They're going to need clothes. They're going to need a little comb. This one's all dinosaur themed. But they're also going to want things like books that they can read, maybe while the foster parents are filling out paperwork, or toys and games they can play with other kids in the home, and also flashlights and night lights, because a lot of times they'll wake up and this is a scary situation and they don't remember where they are. So if they have that flashlight in their hand, then they can remember they're safe.
And again, another personal experience for you.
Yes.
But you fill these all the way up, which is incredible. And so this is something that a family could do together, or even, you know, like a corporate group could do as an outing, a reason to give back to our community.
Totally. We have lists, ages newborn up to 18. So you could say, say you have a 10-year-old, you can go print out the list and go to Target as a summer activity, make a Hope Pack together, talk about what foster care is, because a lot of parents will say to me, I don't know how to talk about foster care. This is scary. This is overwhelming. And I say, well, you don't have to get too in the weeds with it, but you can explain to your kiddos, sometimes there are reasons where they have to go. Kids have to go somewhere else, and you're helping them and you're giving them comfort in this time. And so we really like fostering those conversations. And then, as you mentioned, for corporations too, a lot of corporations want to give back. They want it to stay local, but they only have maybe an hour or two. So what we do is we bring out all the supplies on site if that's what they want, and then they can make a batch of like 100 or 200 Hope Packs for us, and it's a total win-win because they're giving back and helping the community, and we can immediately turn these around and get them in the hands of the kids that need them.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Okay, Summer Bash, not too far away, and that's something other people can help with as well.
This is another one we love. We do it every July in honor of our anniversary, and basically what we do is we gift over 100 foster youth with a really fun day at a water park. We've done Schlitterbahn, we do Typhoon, Texas, and that's another thing,
that they haven't done before.
They haven't done. And if you're growing up and you're living in a shelter or a group home, you might not have been able to just do the fun summer activity of going to the water park for the day. So we go all out. We get them fast passes, we get pizza, and we go nuts with it. So we're always looking for sponsors and volunteers and just anybody that wants to be part of this memory for the kiddos.
That is amazing. And absolutely, when you're talking about core memories, they're going to remember that day forever.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So fun. All right. Other ways to help, because what you started with was Hope Packs, but now you have 2 more branches to Carrying Hope. The first I want to touch on is Hair and Hope. So important.
Yes, this one is another one that's really important because a lot of the kiddos in foster care, especially if they're living in a shelter or group home, they might have somebody come in to cut hair, but nobody's really thinking about the kiddos that might have textured hair. And so what we've done is we started this program where we partner local stylists with kiddos that need textured hair services, And it's created just these really incredible bonds and mentorships. We pay the stylists completely, like over what they would normally charge. And it's just this amazing bond, and also just so important for the kiddos. We've had kiddos that didn't want to take graduation photos because they didn't like the way they looked, that decided to take graduation photos, that have gone in and told a judge, you know, what they wanted to happen with their life because they had the confidence, because they looked in the mirror and looked how they felt like they should be represented. And so it's just a really amazing program. And we're always looking for stylists, and we're looking for people that want to be part of that too.
Absolutely. And I cannot imagine, I mean, because you think of your hair as a part of your identity.
Exactly.
Right? So when it reflects who you think you are, it helps boost your confidence. And I want to say that with textured hair, they're also probably learning some skills about caring for themselves, which they may not have learned before, which they're picking up from those stylists as they go.
That's exactly right. And we'll have stylists come in and also do workshops about taking care of their hair and making sure they have the right tools and bonnets and hair products, and just making sure that we're including everyone. It's really important. And when you see these holes and you can fill them, that's what we like to try to do.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. Okay, our last 30 seconds. Hope's Home. Was it Mercedes that I got to meet?
Yeah, and Dulce. Yeah.
Oh, and Dulce. Okay, yes. It was Dulce. That are graduates, if we want to call them that, of Hope's Home. Guys, the statistic is wild. 50% of kids, basically the moment they age out of the foster system, become homeless.
Yep.
Because the support ends, the system ends.
There's no safety net.
And so you guys have created a halfway house, a nice place for them to be safe while they are working on their next steps.
Exactly right. Yeah, we get driver's license, college, job opportunities, everything. And we always need help with all of those facets of it.
You guys do amazing work. I hope somebody is really inspired today. Yay! Thank you, Kristen. Get involved at carryinghope.org or by emailing info@carryinghope.org. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Chicken Salad Chick and Kalahari Resorts and Conventions.
Hey, we are happy to be able to offer you some help if you're out there searching for jobs. KXAN has partnered with ZipRecruiter to help you find thousands of job openings in Austin and around the country. Just go to kxan.com/jobs where you can search thousands of new postings every single day. Check it out right now and get started on the path to your next career.